Yeah, we first.
Checking. Yep. All right, Shalom. We're the brothers of Great Millstone, the branch out in Des Moines. First and foremost, we would like to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Kakwadash. Double honors to our apostles and the elder bishops of Great Millstone. Peace, blessings, and salutations to you brothers preaching the gospel in truth and in sincerity, always in charity. And we're still being visited by our special guest, the Elder Harab out of Chicago. Tawadi Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, for allowing this elder brother to come out and fellowship with us, man, through the spirit. And another spirit like the wind lesson, man. You see the title. So that means another week out in the highways and hedges, to Wadi Yahweh, Basham Yahweh Shai, but for continually allowing us, to what it says in Philippians, the 2nd chapter, to will and to do of his good pleasure, man. To Wadi Yahweh, Basham Yahweh Shai for that. Because this is of the Holy Spirit, that wills us and also gives us, the mind to perform it, man. To prophesy the downfall of this present evil world, to stand stiffly for the names of Yahweh and Yahweh Shai, to teach our people the difference between the clean and the unclean, as it is written in the book of Ezekiel, man, the 44th chapter, man. It's a great work, a great, position that the Lord has placed us in, man. And there's salvation at the end of this road, as it is written in the book of Galatians, man. It says, be not weary in well doing, for in due season we shall reap if we faint not, man. And we're in that time where what do Yahweh shall say? Look on the fields that they are white, are ready to harvest, man. So this is a time of our reward, man. We're what's the word, man? Anciently, looking forward to it, man. Eagerly. Anxious is like not nervous, but it's another one where anxious is like you giddy. You can't wait for something, excited, yeah, man. So that's what we're looking forward to, So y'all brothers got what y'all got.
This is Revelation chapter 11 and verse 18. And the nations were angry, and thy wrath is come, and the time of the dead that they should be judged, and that thou shouldest give reward unto thy servants the prophets, and to the saints, and them that fear thy name, small and great, and shouldest destroy them which destroy the earth. So I show you that's the time, that's the season that we're in. We're in the time, we're in the season of the wicked being destroyed, all right, these nations being judged, and we're in the time, we're in the season of the Lord's prophets, his servants, small and great, that fear his name, being rewarded. All right, going back into that Galatians that the brother just quoted, be not weary in well doing, for in due season we shall reap if we faint not. In Sirach, the 10th chapter, it says, the power of the earth is in the hand of the Lord, and in due season he will set over it one that is profitable. And the one that he's going to set up over it that will be profitable to everybody, all right, is Yahweh Shai Mashiach and his servants. In Isaiah 32, it says, a king shall reign in righteousness, and princes shall rule in judgment. The princes right now, currently, are on the earth, all right, prophesying the downfall of this wicked, vile society. All right, spreading this gospel, uplifting and exalting the name of the Heavenly Father, Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, participating in this ministry. All right, which is mercy of the Lord. It says, seeing that we have this ministry, we have received mercy, therefore we faint not. So there ain't no faint, there's no getting faint. Going back into, again, back to the Galatians. Be not weary and well doing, for in due season we shall reap if we faint not. Fainting is not an option, man. They that endure unto the end, the same shall be saved. If you faint, then you lost.
It says your strength is small.
Yeah, if you faint in the day of adversity, it's because your strength is small.
And what is our strength?
Faith.
Belief in what's written.
Yep.
It says, wisdom and knowledge shall be the
stability at our time
and the strength of salvation, man. So it's faith in what we're learning, man.
Yeah, I got one to back you up. Hey, and then just to point on that Isaiah 33, and you go into that word stability. This is stability. That's I'm a one-eye.
Yep.
I believe it's I'm a one-eye. All right, which goes into what? Faith, man. And those are the ones that are going to be stable in these times to come, man. The faithful, those that believe. Well, Yahweh Shai said it, man. All right, he said, I'll liken a man that heareth these sayings of mine and doeth them as a man that built his house upon a rock. That rock is Yahweh Shai. All right, but hearing these sayings and applying them, that shows forth that faith. All right, by applying these instructions, we're showing forth faith in what the Lord said. If we're doing X, Y, and Z, that he's going to protect us and keep us in these evils to come. You know, I know we had spoke about it, I believe it was on the line, that St. John the 17th chapter at the end of camp last week. The apostles went into it, man. How Yahushua prayed that he would keep his men from the evils to come. That prayer reached into the Heavenly Father, obviously, right? So the Lord promised that in these last days we would be protected and covered in these evils, man. But this is the book of Psalms chapter 58 and verse 10. The righteous shall rejoice when he seeth the vengeance. And this is what we're doing. We're rejoicing as we're seeing the Lord beginning to pour out his vengeance or his wrath upon the wicked, man. Because keep in mind, all these things that we're talking about, the destruction, the evils, like it says in Jeremiah 28:8, the prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries and great kingdoms of war and of evil and of pestilence. All right? And that's the times that we're in, man. War is brewing, evils, bad times, the economic hardships, the pestilence. They're talking about that hunter getting dropped.
It's only been a matter of time when, you know, another pestilence get dropped, you know, because that's really what it is. They got these different diseases in the lab, all right? They got it patented, all right? They created these different diseases, and they're going to use them as weapons in these last days to further push their agenda. What happened in 2021 wasn't a coincidence, all right? It wasn't some random thing that happened. No, that was strategic. That was done intentionally, man. And it was a test run of what they're, even the fucking pill gates of hell, even he was getting all hot about a second, you know, shutdown, second round of shutdown, second dis-ease being loosed.
Yep.
All right, he was all excited, smiling, creepy ass smile. Just wait till the second one, you know, and that's approaching. You know, the Lord's gonna put the spirit on these devils to release some shit, man. And the Lord's and much more. All right, a polycrisis. A polycrisis is what? Poly is many, and then a crisis, many evils, as the scriptures say, many disasters. It says in Ezekiel 7, disaster upon disaster when you read in the NLT. Evil upon evil, bad time upon bad time.
Yeah, he must. Yeah, like I said, during that pandemic,
Yeah.
a lot of these people took the 1-2 jump shot, so it's gonna be easy for them to catch wherever Esau got for them.
That's it. But it says back in that Psalms 58 and 10, the righteous shall rejoice when he seeth the vengeance. So this is why we're rejoicing at seeing these things happening, man. Because these are signs of what? The fall of our enemy, man. See, as this society goes down, we only going up. The house of David is waxing stronger and stronger. Lord's will, we're a part of that, man. All right? We're about to enter into our beginning. Okay? It says Esau is the end of the world. Jacob is the beginning. We're about to enter into our real life. All right? You know, immortality, new bodies, the earth being restored, the heathen being under subjection, the blessings that have been promised to our forefathers, man. This is what we're entering into, all right? But in that transition, it's going, hey, Babylon's going to fall with violence, you know, economic hardships, we're going to be tried, you know, the elect is going to be purified through the trials and tribulations, you know. So this is what we're going to experience, man, but we're rejoicing seeing these things.
It's that birth pains, man. We coming, you know, the different pains and stuff that you feel, all right, that the woman feels. That's what's taking place, all right. But pretty soon we about to experience, like the brother said, eternal life. What we've been intended, like what we were intended to experience since the beginning, is what the Lord is about to give to us.
We at the end of this training regimen.
Yep.
You know, that's where it's at. You know, that God training, man. We're at the end, you know, of our tutorship, so to speak.
Yeah.
You know, like it says in Galatians, man, it says that the heir differ, if not, you know, from a servant, but under tutors and governors until the time appointed of the Father, man. Roughly paraphrasing. So we're coming up to that time where it's going to be our graduation, so
That's
to
the
speak.
spirit. That's the spirit.
You know,
ceremony.
Yeah, Lord, yeah, there's all this training for us to be the rulers, man, on earth, man.
Yep.
And the brother mentioned the birth pains. This is 2nd Esdras 16, and I'm gonna start at 17. Matter of fact, let's start at 14. You know, because the brother spoke about the Hanta. You know, he spoke about 2020 with the C-19, and now, you know, there's talk of the Hanta, you know, being put out and being spread, and certain people that was on the ship is unaccounted for, and You know,
They got another one that dropped.
so
Yeah.
we see the narrative that, you know, that this devil is painting, man. You know, whether Hanta could be the catalyst,
Yeah.
you know, or the next one.
It's gonna be
But we
something.
know, according to the Holy Scriptures, that it's prophesied that pestilence will be out here, man. You know, where a lot of you people are going to drop in a mass number, you know, based on something that's going to be released. You see? And ultimately, it's the Most High that's doing it,
Yep.
man. You know, this is 2nd Esdras 16 and 14. It says, behold, the plagues are sent. That Hanta is a plague. You see that? So the scriptures have been highlighting or have been prophesying, you know, about pestilence, about plague, about, you know, great disease that's about to take place here in these last days, man. You know, it says, behold, the plagues are sent and shall not return until they come upon the earth. The fire is kindled and shall not be put out till it consume the foundation of the earth. And Yahweh Shai even prayed for that, man. He said, oh, what will I if it be already kindled? He said, I come to send fire on the earth. What will I if it be already kindled? You know? And the fire is what? It's the different sufferings and destructions and different, you know, skirmishes and wars and different battles. And these are all the different things that's going to take place around the world on a mass scale, man. You know, and we're looking forward to it, right? It says, verse 16, like as an arrow which is shot of a mighty archer returneth not backward, even so shall the plagues that shall be sent upon earth shall not return again, man. Meaning what? That it's not going to return to the Lord void. That lines up with Isaiah 55. He said he sent his word out, man. You know, and it won't return void, meaning he's going to perform what he said he was going to do. And we're reading about what? These plagues being sent out like arrows, man. Shot of a mighty archer. You see?
Yep.
So once they're shot at their target, it ain't no turning them back, man. And this is what we're seeing. The Most High has determined, you know, to delete a lot of people.
Yep.
If a brother want to pull Revelation the 6th chapter where it talks about the pale horse,
It said the slain of the Lord shall be many. And then the Isaiah it talks about how you know, the rain cometh down and the snow cometh down. So is the like the word of the Lord. When you read the 10th verse, Isaiah 55 and 10, when that rain is coming down, it don't stop before it hits the ground.
Right.
It don't stop midair.
It don't go back up.
It don't go backwards.
Right.
So the word has gone forth, and it's not going to stop until it hits the target, until it be fulfilled, man. All right? It's not going to go backwards. It's not going to slow down. All right? The word is going to prosper. The Lord said in Ezekiel, he said, in your days will I speak the word and perform it. All right? But go ahead.
And well, just to add real quick, I was thinking about the plagues in Egypt. You know, the Lord said I will bring plagues upon Egypt as before, right? And what you had the boils that it was the Lord, you know, smote them with the boils and one of those plagues, man. And that's likened unto what, man? A disease outbreak, you know, comparing it to that, man. You know, so these are a part of these different plagues that the Lord is going to send forth, man. Diseases, you know, the Lord is already striking the economy. The Lord did that in ancient Egypt. You know, he smote the river with blood. All right. And what was that, man? That was the streamline, you know, the core of their economy, man. You see the Lord doing that with the oil, you know, that was the basis of the economy, man. They say that how like the trucking, because of the oil and the gas and everything like that, is like the arteries of America, you know. So what that being striked is like the lifeline of America. So the Lord is bringing these plagues upon modern day Egypt, like he said he would in these last days, man. But you got it.
yeah, you talked about the water turning to blood in ancient Egypt. Well, that's likened unto, you know, how the water is being polluted here in this day. You know, I'm still holding this Esdras. Jake has something that they wanted to read or something.
Just that Revelation 6.
Yeah, keep that on deck. It's back in 2nd Esdras 16 and 17 now. It says, woe is me, who will deliver me in those days? The beginning of sorrows and great mourning. So the brother had mentioned how it's birth pains. Well, in Matthew, the 24th chapter, if a brother want to pull that real quick,
Matthew 24.
where Yahweh Shah said, this is the beginning of sorrows, and go into that word, man.
I'll read the verse if someone wants to get the
Con, I'll bring up the word.
This is Matthew chapter 24 and verse 8. I'll start at verse 7. It says, I'll start at 6. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass. But the end is not yet. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places. all these are the beginning of sorrows.
That's it. So Yahweh Shah said, those were the signs, you know, that was going to be taking place in the earth to signal his return, man. You see that? So this is what we're witnessing. We're witnessing wars and rumors of wars, man. You know, we're witnessing, you know, earthquakes in diverse places, man. We're witnessing these things today. You know, and he said when we see these things, that is what is the beginning of sorrows. So who got that definition?
So this is the word sorrows. It says Odin, all right, the pain of childbirth, travail pain, birth pains, intolerable anguish.
You see? So when Yahweh Shah said this is the beginning of sorrows, he's saying this is the beginning of the birth pains, man. Right? And the Lord compared those birth pains. I'm in the 16. I jumped down. You know, yeah, I'm in the chapter. You know, but he compared, you know, the plagues being sent on the earth as unto the birth pains, man. So this verse back in 2nd Ezra 16 and 18, the beginning of sorrows and great mournings, the beginning of famine and great death, the beginning of wars, and the power shall stand in fear, the beginning of evils. What shall I do when these evils shall come? Behold, famine and plague, tribulation and anguish are sent as scourges for amendment, man. You see that? So that C-19 that was in 2020, that was to get people's attention to do what? You know, to be mindful, repent. That was a scourge that the Lord sent upon the earth, man. You know, this Hanta, if it's as deadly as they say they is, that's a scourge, you see? So people to understand and realize, oh, shit, and get your act together, man. But what does the scripture say? Verse 20, but for all these things they shall not turn from their wickedness, nor be always mindful of the scourges, man. You see? So these people don't have a mind to realize the Lord is angry with me and with this place, man. And this is why these different judgments and these different things is happening on the earth. But these people are not considering that, you know? I'm going to jump down to verse, what is it, 30? Yep. This is verse 37. It says, I started at 35. It says, hear now these things and understand them, ye servants of the Lord. I jumped down in 2nd Ezra 16, verse 35. Hear now these things and understand them, ye servants of the Lord. Behold the word of the Lord, receive it. Believe not the gods of whom the Lord spake. So don't believe, you know, these false prophets, man. You know, these guys coming to you in the name of Jesus, Yeshua, Yahweh, Yah, you know, Most High and Christ blessed, man. Don't believe the things that these dudes are saying, right? Verse 37, behold, the plagues draw nigh and are not slack, as when a woman with child in the 9th month bringeth forth her son, with 2 or 3 hours of her birth, great pains compass her womb, which pains when the child cometh forth, they slack not a moment. Even so shall not the plagues be slack to come upon the earth, and the world shall mourn, and sorrow shall come upon it on every side. So the scriptures highlight and tell us that there's going to be pestilence running rampant here in these last days, man. You know, and what's going to coincide with that, man? Famine, you know, great death. You see that? And what's going to aid to that, man? The love of many waxing cold. We see the attitude and the, you know, the spirit that's on these people already, man. You know, so just wait when that last loaf of bread is on the you know, on the shelf. That last case of water is out there, man.
Last roll of tissue, motherfuckers is getting stabbed for in aisle fucking 4. Last roll of tissue, man. So that show you that when the brother said when it's the last of the food, how much more? Motherfuckers getting stabbed over the last thing of tissue. How much more when it's, you know, food? When there's nothing, that you can still go to. At that time, you could. There was still fast food restaurants open, man. All right. It's going to catch these people off guard, man. It says in the book of 1 Thessalonians, the 5th chapter, the day of the Lord is like a thief in the night, as a woman in travail, you know, roughly paraphrasing. At any given moment, that water can break, man, and travail comes upon her, man. All right, the pains, you know, just intensify. She gets crippled, all right, by the pain that's, you know, by the birth pains. That's what's going to happen to this place. While you niggas planning y'all summer, bitches planning hot girl summer, planning all these vacations and shit, man. Trips. Celebrating you in the festive, you know, the weather's starting to get nice. you fucking celebrating graduation, graduation parties and all this other bullshit, getting on boats and all this other shit, man. The Lord is about to work on this place, man.
Yeah, they got the mind of Esau. Like this place is gonna
Continue
continue forever.
Right.
Like the Lord won't do neither good nor evil.
Yeah.
Like the evil won't prevent them, meaning meet them. But that's exactly what's gonna meet you, man. All right, judgment.
Well, I got one real quick for y'all. I mean, I can start in this Isaiah 30 all the way top, but I'm just going to get to the point where you guys were speaking about. Isaiah 30 and 12. Wherefore, thus says the Holy One of Israel, because ye despise this word, and trust in oppression and perverseness, and stay thereon. Therefore, this iniquity shall be to you as a breach ready to fall, swelling out in a high wall, whose breaketh cometh suddenly at an instant. So just because you don't trust in this word, you trust in everything else but the word, man. The Lord's gonna come at you like a thief in the night, like the word is speaking. If you see that a wall and there's a little crack, there's a little water coming out, and eventually, at one point in time, that wall's gonna fall, man. Hard as hell too, quick. It's gonna, when it bursts out like that, there's different types of cement and all that. It comes at you, man. So the Lord ain't playing with nobody, man. That's why it's very to have our P's and Q's right now, including us, man.
Just like a woman's water breaking.
Yeah.
It break out of nowhere.
Yeah.
We know the time. We don't know exactly when it's gonna break, but we know we're in that time period. We know we at the end of her term, the end of that 9th month. Whereas they give you a due date, right? Women, they get pregnant and then they get a due date. All right, from when they figure out they're pregnant, they give them 9 months. Your due date is gonna be August, whatever. Let's say August the 1st.
Yeah.
It can happen August the 1st or it can happen July 15th.
Yeah.
But it's that time period. That's what we started off with. We're in that season.
Yeah, they don't know exactly the time it's gonna break.
But we know it's close.
They know it's close. Just like, they know it might be close to having a child, but they don't know when.
Exactly. She's about to pop.
Yeah.
That should be straight.
Ephesians 5 and 16 says, redeeming the time because the times are evil. And we're in those times that we can see. And at this time, we're in those bad times where things is about to just ramp up and get worse and worse. But the Lord is giving us that grace period to get right. You know what I'm saying? That's the time of repentance.
In that Isaiah 30, it spoke about because they despise the words of the Lord. That's why that flood came upon them, or that water burst upon them suddenly. It's like these people they're gonna get it hard because they're not paying attention to the prophets. They're not paying attention to the words of the Lord. So therefore, the judgment gonna come upon them. They're gonna be unaware. And they're gonna be swept away in these judgments that the Lord's gonna bring with no hedge.
Thief in the night.
Yeah, I'm probably not where we started. Yeah, because they don't do this during camp. Every time somebody says that,
Still going. You're still going.
you're still going. Yeah,
So
you're
we can keep going. The elder's still picking up.
Yeah.
You said you had something, right?
Yeah, this is Psalm 17 and verse 13. It says, "Arise, O Yahweh, disappoint him, cast him down, deliver my soul from the wicked, which is thy sword." Just grabbing that precept to show that this is all the Lord's doing. Right? We speaking about these different pestilences and how Esau's orchestrating these different things, but ultimately at the end of the day, it's the Lord putting it in the minds of these devils to push forth their different plans.
He said, protect you from the wicked, which is thy sword. It's gonna show you niggas fear the wrong thing. You fear Esau. You're supposed to fear the power that controls. So
Yeah. He's just a tool.
Yeah.
He's like an inanimate object, is Esau, man. If the Lord ain't using him, he ain't shit.
that's it.
He's nobody, man. All right, and that's about to be seen because the Lord's using him. Right? It says that he created all things for himself, even the wicked for the day of evil. So the Lord's about to use this devil, all right, to whoop Jake ass one more time, the wicked of Jake, all right, the rebellious of Jake. But then after that, this devil has no more use of being evil, all right, of ruling in wickedness. So what's he gonna do? He's gonna go to building up, our kingdom, and then after that, he's gonna be done away with, man. He's
Yeah.
gonna perish forever like his own dung.
They say, use them for their evil, so we can learn what wickedness is.
Yeah.
That's what you use them for.
Yep.
I know the precept that says, "Shall the axe boast against him that heweth it?"
Yeah.
Mhm. Yep, showing that that this devil, you know, he's just a weapon of the Lord, you know. But it's ultimately it's the Most High, you know, that's doing these things. I got a precept real quick on that point. This is Amos 3:6. It says, "Shall a trumpet be blown in the city, and the people not be afraid? Shall there be evil in the city, and the Lord have not done it?" You know, so it's all of the Lord, you know, that's doing these things. It's another precept that says that the Lord killeth and He maketh alive. You know, so it's all of Yahweh Shema Shah that's performing these things. He's just using this devil, all right, as a weapon, you know, as a whipping stick, as the elders just mentioned. But that was it, though.
I got one real quick. This Sirach chapter 18 and verse 3. It says, "Who governeth the world with the palm of his hand, and all things obey his will, for he is the king of all, by his power dividing holy things among them for profane."
So everything obeys the Lord's will, man. The Lord gets his way all the time. All the time.
Yeah, you can't resist his will, man. His will be done on earth as it is in heaven, man. Righteous order will be established on this planet. All right. I can't remember I think we was just talking in the spirit before I left yesterday.
Last night, yeah.
Yeah, last night. And we was just talking how there's obviously a creator.
Yeah.
We believe that there's a creator, and we believe that the creator is righteous. And we believe that the creator is not going to allow this wicked devil to continue to rule in his wickedness.
Yeah, you might well kiss humanity and shit goodbye. That's the case.
If the creator allows this devil to continue to rule this earth, there won't be no earth. Going back into that revelation that we started with, the Lord will destroy him that destroyeth the earth. This devil is ruling in wickedness, and it's time that this wickedness get put out of the earth. It's time that corruption, all right, be put out, and deceit to be quenched.
Yeah. The reason why the Lord allowed you to rule this long, because just like He did with all the other heathen nations, He allows them to feel their measure of wickedness. Then He steps in and takes them out of power.
Yep, your sins have reached to the heavens, and now it's time for you to be brought down to the ground. All right, now it's time for you to be judged. He hears about the wickedness of Sodom and Gomorrah. Now it's time to rain fire and brimstone on this bitch.
You think the Lord is with them, but that's the worst thing the Lord can do to you.
Right.
Allow you to add sin to sin to sin to sin. That means your judgment is going to be that much more worse than that.
Yep. And
You
that's
got a
what-
big
yep.
tab.
I got one real quick. This is 2 Ezra 15 and 7 in the GNT. Therefore, or verse 5, the Lord says, "I'm going to bring terrible disasters on the whole world, war and famine, death and destruction, because wickedness has spread everywhere and evil has reached its limit."
Yeah, man, that wickedness has spread everywhere. That wickedness is a sickness. That wickedness is a cancer. It says in the book of 2 Ezra, it says that this world is full of unrighteousness and infirmities. So the wickedness spreading is what's actually spreading infirmities as well. All right, in the food, in the animals, in the earth, in the people, and everything is all of it is corrupted, and it's because of the wickedness that's spreading. So in Sirach, the 10th chapter, it says that the physician will cut off a long disease. That disease is this wickedness and this wicked ruler. And the Lord's coming to what? With healing in his wings, to cut it out of the body, to cut it out of the earth. All right?
It says, therefore, the Lord says, I will no longer remain silent about the wickedness of these godless people. I will no longer tolerate it. They have murdered innocent people, and the blood they have spilled cries out to me for revenge. The souls of the righteous are constantly pleading for vengeance. Let there be no doubt, says the Lord, I will hear the plea of all the innocent people who have been murdered, and I will take vengeance for what has been done to them. So what we're about to witness on a grand scale is the vengeance of the Lord, man. All right, it reminds me even thinking about during the time of Noah, man. It says that men's hearts were evil continually, man. All right, and that's what we see now, man. These people are wicked, okay? They have no regard for righteousness, so the Lord is about to bring in the overflowing judgment as it's described in Psalms 32 in the NLT. It says how the Lord is going to bring the flood waters of judgment, you know?
No, well, I was just as you mentioned about because the brother he read you read that earlier in the times of Noah. This should be in the. I think he was holding it, but as you were speaking, I was thinking about that Ezekiel 9. You know, because you mentioned where it said in the times of Noah, it said how their hearts were continually evil. You know, well in that Ezekiel 9, it says how the wickedness of Israel and Judah is exceeding great. You know, and this is what we're seeing in these end times, man. You know, it says, "For great misery shall be done unto them," you know, because they have walked in great pride. You know, roughly paraphrasing that second Esdras. You know, so a lot of great death and destruction is coming to a lot of these people, man. You know, we talking about the famines, the pestilence, all right, the Lord's wrath. All right, all these things are gonna be brought upon, you know, the world, you know, for the wickedness of these people, man.
Yeah. Hey, going back to that definition of sorrows, man, it said what? Intolerable anguish, man. You know, intolerable, man. And what you already see happening is people are already saying that, look, man, this economy is intolerable. We can't. Yep. Say what?
They languishing.
That's right. Yeah. Signs of approaching death. All right.
Isaiah 24. You know, it says the haughty people of the earth do languish. Why? Before the inhabitants of the earth, man. You know, it says the laws, you know, and everything was turned upside down. I'm roughly paraphrasing what Isaiah 24 says. You know?
Yeah, people complaining about how the cost of living is unaffordable.
Every day.
And that's with a job.
Yeah.
How much more when there's no jobs, when there's no food, when there's no gas, when there's no clubs,
That's the spirit.
all the partying and all the bullshit is gonna be none of that. How much more are these people gonna? How much more is there gonna be crying? There's not gonna be no internet to see the shit. It's gonna be people bugging out. They bug out right
It's
now.
going to be accessible to certain people. You know how it's accessible to everybody right now. You go to your library and you got the Wi-Fi and you can connect. And nah, it's only that's what Esau wants. He wants to limit, you know, this access to these things to only a certain people, man. You know, so it's still gonna be the internet out there, but these people ain't gonna have the access to it. You know,
And you're gonna be forced to comply in order to regain access, and it's still gonna be limited.
mm-hmm.
And that's with everything. You want access to food, you're gonna have to get this CHIP. All right, you want access to you know your life. You want to go back to the normal, right? Like they was doing in the fucking 2020. We're gonna have to get this RFID CHIP. Then you can buy and sell. You can go back to your job. You can pay your rent. All right, you can go to the gym. You can get your Starbucks and all this other bullshit. But you gotta get this mark first. You gotta show us that you down with us. You gotta make allegiance with Satan. You know, and that's what that mark is. All right, in Galatians, I believe it's the 6th chapter, Paul said, I bear the marks of Mashiach Yahushua. You go into that word marks, it's the Greek stigma. All right, and it means what? Marks in your body to show allegiance to a God. Roughly paraphrasing the definition, man. All right, and that's these people, they're gonna get pricked in their body and they're gonna show that their allegiance is to Esau Edom.
Yeah. And those who don't get it, the Lord say he that should not take the mark of the field, hard at killing, you being cut off from society.
Yep.
They're gonna be able to live without it.
Yep.
Right,
That's
right.
what he thinks.
Yeah.
He thinks that we're not going to be able to live without it, but we know that we'll be able to survive without this devil. We don't need you, all right? We don't need your fucking Walmart. We don't need your damn job. We don't need none of that to survive, man. We got Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. That's what we going to stay upon. So that's why we're not scared. When that shit get, that's going to work on these other niggas that don't got no one to stay upon, that don't got no one to trust in, all right? But we got the Holy One of Israel that we going to stay on and trust in, all right? In truth, man. His truth shall be out surely, but he said his servants is going to eat. So when the full storehouses is suddenly found empty and you using that to hit people, we're not going to fold. I don't want Ratazah. The Lord said he got 7,000 men, which are not bow their knee to the image of Baal. So our knee ain't bowing for no damn devil, man.
That's it. That's 7,000. 7 just means complete number. That's it.
This is Isaiah 10 and verse 20.
And let's not
says-
forget that Revelation 6 we go into.
I'm sorry. This is Isaiah 10 and verse 20. It shall come to pass in that day that the remnant of Israel and such as are escaped of the house of Jacob shall no more again stay upon him that smote them, but shall stay upon the Lord Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai, the Holy One of Israel, in truth.
Yeah, this nigga been smiting us. We don't give a fuck about you. We're not trusting in you no more. All right, yeah, you've been feeding us, but you've been smiting us at the same time. The shit that you've been feeding us is smiting us. All right, it's
fucking
poisoning us.
weaponized, man.
Yeah, you weaponize the shit that you was giving us. Said tender mercies of the wicked are but cruel.
Yeah.
Shit you've been giving us been fucking us up.
Yeah,
So
yeah. It was, yeah, we did a lesson, I think, me and Batak, it was a couple of years ago. Whole Food. We got seedless watermelons there. It's supposed to be so-called Whole Food. So it showed this dude just full of shit, man.
that's not whole. If it's
Exactly.
missing the seeds, there's something missing. All right. The most important thing. Where the fuck this shit come from if it ain't got seeds? All right, that's a sterile. That shit's sterile.
Yeah, you read in Genesis, everything gonna have seed in it.
So what is this shit then?
Yeah.
What is these grapes? These not real grapes then. It's not a real watermelon then. All right. So the Lord is going to make sure that it said that He shall satisfy us in famine. All right. It said we shall not be afraid of famine in the book of Job, man. We shall laugh at famine. At famine and destruction, thou shalt laugh. And that's what's coming to this place. You can go ahead and hit that Revelation. That's what the Lord is sending to this place, but He's sending it to the wicked. He's sending it to the people, to the ones that's not serving Him. To everyone that's in opposition, that's who the famine's for. He said, I'll break the whole stay and staff of bread in Jerusalem. All right, in Isaiah and Jeremiah. But we was quoting Isaiah 33. Wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy time, strength and salvation. If you continue to read down, it says, who among us shall dwell with everlasting burnings and devouring fire? He that walketh uprightly and speaketh righteously, his bread shall be given him,
And his water shall
and
be
his
sure.
water shall be sure, and he shall have defense of the rocks. Roughly paraphrasing, man.
Ammunition of rocks.
Okay, so the famine is not coming for someone that's walking uprightly and speaking righteously.
Well, up in that chapter, it said the hypocrites in
Are
Zion
afraid, yeah.
are afraid. That's why it says in the book of Proverbs, the 3rd chapter, it says, be not afraid of sudden fear, neither of the desolation of the wicked when it cometh. So just to land back on that point, man, the bloodshed, the famine, all right, the death, like it says in the book of Sirach, the 39th chapter and the 40th chapter, it says these things were created for the wicked, man.
And for their sake came the flood.
That's right. And that's why in the book of Psalms, the 91st chapter, it says, only with thine eyes shall thou behold the reward of the wicked.
Yeah, it said righteous see they fall.
Yep.
Noah was preaching about the flood, and he didn't have to fear it. It wasn't for him. All right, he had safety. When it all went down, all right, he had safety.
Well, all he had to do was fear the Lord.
Yeah.
Well, that's what it was. He feared to get caught up in it. He didn't want to get caught up in that flood. So the Lord, so he moved with urgency, man.
And what say, fear the Lord drives away sin.
Yeah.
And where it is present, it turneth away wrath.
Wow. Yeah.
So those that are moving in the fear of the Lord, and if you fear the Lord, you're gonna apply these words, apply His instructions. You're gonna tremble at His word.
Well, shit, Jake, we don't want to partake in that second death. Let's, you know. So therefore, we're just like Noah, man. We're moving with fear, man.
That's why we doing what we doing.
You know.
Yeah, we serving the Lord, man. You know, we serving the Lord and hoping that He accepts us, man. We modern day Noahs. As much as motherfuckers look down upon us, they talk shit about us, they cast us out, so on and so forth. They slander us and mock us. We modern day Noahs.
That's how you know who the real men are.
Yeah.
They said
It's supposed to happen.
the
Yeah.
world's gonna do that to the ones who really serve it.
Comes with the territory.
Yeah. It said that Noah was a preacher of righteousness, man. All the shit that you talk and we're preaching, we're the ones that's preaching righteousness. All right.
I would say you be worried about these people. Like I said, these people are moles, drug addicts. They doing all types of weird, wicked shit, man.
Yeah.
They I care what somebody like that thinks.
Right. Yep. And then ultimately they're all gonna fucking die.
Yeah.
So let not the incredulity of them trouble thee that speak against thee. For all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness. Only the faithful is gonna live, man. That's what the Lord is coming for. He said, give this unto faithful men who shall be able to teach others also.
Like the elder said, you know, it doesn't matter what these other people think. In the book of Sirach, it says, you know, be not ashamed when it concerneth thy soul, roughly paraphrasing. And Yahweh said it. He said, whosoever is ashamed of me in this sinful and adulterous generation, shall I be ashamed of in my Father. There ain't nothing to be ashamed of. You know, when you look at this world, the way it's ran, that's why the Lord said, I testify that everything here is wicked.
Yeah.
You got that, Red?
Yeah, I got a quick one just before that, just to back up your point, Shine. This is Isaiah 26, verse 3, it says, "That would keep him in perfect peace, whose mind is stayed on thee, because he trusteth in thee." So when the Lord opens up the floodgates of judgment, right, and everyone's starting to is dwelling in torments, man, right, it's going to be the ones that serve the Lord in sincerity and in truth, man, that's going to have that peace of mind, right? That's going to be protected in that day. Why? Because their minds was to please Yahweh Bashem Yahushai.
I single.
As a single. This is
Say you had
Revelation.
something real quick.
Yeah, this is Proverbs 3:25. Be not afraid of sudden fear, neither of the desolation of the wicked when it cometh. Just grabbing that to show who this judgment is for. Right? It says the desolation of the wicked. Just pointing that out. These plagues that we're about to speak about in that Revelation 6, what we've been speaking about this whole time, is for the wicked. Right? And again, we're moving in that fear so that we're not caught up in these different things without a hedge.
Yeah, it's what Corinthians says. Pretty much Lord put us through what He put us through now, so we won't be condemned with the world.
Yep.
It's in Corinthians.
So we won't be judged with we won't be judged with these people, man. Judged with the world. And that's why we go through what we go through, because He's strengthening us, He's purifying us, and He's preparing us, man. All right, go ahead.
I think that's 1 Corinthians 11.
20.
I got you. This 1 Corinthians chapter 11 and verse 32. It said, "But when we are judged, we are chastened of Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai."
And you know, Scripture say, "Chasten who He loves." Man. You know, chasten who He loves, man. Go ahead.
It says that we should not be condemned with the world.
That's it. So we going through what we going through now, so we won't be judged with these wicked ass people. Lord willing.
This is
Read the next verse.
It says, verse 33, "Wherefore, my brethren, when ye come together to eat, tarry one for another."
I think that was it.
No, that was I just read 32.
31?
33.
What does 31 say?
Verse 31. It says, "For if we would judge ourselves, we should not be judged."
That's a self-examination.
Yeah.
You know, that's very important, man. Very, very important. You know, that we constantly search within ourselves, you know, and measure ourselves according to what's written to the best of our ability and operate within it. You know, no matter how many precepts you know, if you ain't applying those precepts and walking in the spirit to the best of your ability, it's going to avail you nothing.
Oh, we seen that with certain guys.
And multiple guys.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Multiple guys.
Thinking
you
that
know?
dude from Atlanta. You know, I think he used to be the head.
Yep, Yaradan.
Yeah. And
Yep.
He was a lot of scripture, but he wasn't right.
Yeah, we gotta use the scriptures to judge ourselves before we use the scriptures to judge someone else. That same energy, that same pointing the finger at everybody else, the same pointing the finger that we gotta do when we look in the mirror.
Yeah, you can't be hypocrites in this thing.
This is Revelations 6 and verse 7. It says, "And when He had opened the fourth seal, I heard a voice of the fourth beast saying, Come and see. And I looked, and behold, a pale horse, and his name that sat on him was Death, and hell followed with him."
So that's what's riding in, man. You know?
Right, like Jehu.
Death is riding in hard upon this place, man. And his running buddy coming with him.
Hell.
You know, it says hell followed behind him, man. So this what these people are about to experience, and especially the people of America. You know? Because you got people in these other countries, man, they're used to certain hardships and, you know, certain struggles, you know. Experience, you know, they got experience with lack and, you know, not having, you know, abundance of things, you know, things accessible the way. But America's about to experience that, man. And you think these people ready for that?
They too comfortable.
You know, as it is written in Isaiah the 47th chapter, you know, it talks about America living so deliciously, you know. So much access and overindulgence that people have you know, access to here, bro, and all that about to be taken from their ass like that, man.
Yeah, they all about their fleshy desires, man.
People already feeling it now. They got a decision to make.
Yeah.
I'm filling my tank, or I'm paying rent.
Paying the light bill.
You know?
Yeah.
Damn. Okay, if I pay rent, then the lights got to be off for a month. You know? Damn, but if I don't pay the light bill, then the gas bill. Or if I don't pay the gas bill, then, you know, now getting gas is a bill.
Yes, sir.
You see?
This way you
And these people they everyday job, bro. They not earning enough money to keep up with as much as the expenses is for these things, man.
yeah.
So they already feeling a lack.
Yeah.
But just wait till the brother said it earlier. These full storehouses are empty, and before they get empty, guess what's going to happen, man? We already seeing inflation. Hyperinflation is going to happen, man. You see? Meaning when that loaf of bread that used to be $3.99, now it's probably $7.99 in the stores. Well, you're gonna look and that bread gonna be $59.99.
Yeah. The gas price is not the only thing that's going up.
Yeah.
Well, it costs
Everything else
If the gas price goes up, everything else
the price,
goes up.
yeah, because these trucks run off that diesel, they run off that gas in order to get your food into the stores. So that means that they losing out on money because they putting more money into these trucks in order to deliver these goods,
Yeah,
man.
because they come out of their pocket.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
So this thing ain't got too much longer, man. And these people are already at their breaking point.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, a lot of people's already breaking. Yeah, that's right. So how much more when everything is broken? It says the city of confusion is broken down.
Yeah.
We only seen the beginning stages of how bad things are going to get, and people are already crashing out. Niggas set the whole tissue fucking factory on fire. Talking about it's not you should have given us livable wages. Niggas already burning shit down.
Yeah.
How much more when shit really
Still,
gets to
still
popping?
the green tree.
It's still a green tree, exactly.
You
Yep.
still able
Drying
to,
out.
like you said, it's drying out. You still able to go to that. McDonald's is still open. You can still go to the liquor store. You can still go to the club, to the gym. You still got all these different privileges. Like you was talking about these other countries, they don't have that shit. These other countries they can't move around as freely as Americans do. All right, even in your lowest state, even while you struggling, you still got,
Yeah, growing up in the hood, and we suffered a lot of lack. But even then, we was better off than these third world
fucking-
countries,
yeah.
bro. You know, like we look at it as bad as the conditions was,
Yeah.
in the hood, the projects, the low income places that we lived in, man. It still ain't compared to
certain areas. in the
certain areas
Philippines.
around the world, bro.
Yeah.
My man's.
Yeah,
Remember that
dude
clip
in
that
Philippines,
came out?
yeah.
He was all and he took it joyfully.
He said, "Be thankful."
He was smiling, bro. He
Oh,
was
yeah.
happy, but he had all the children. Then he had that water running through the middle of the, And there's people living like that, bro. Worse than that, man. You know?
Ain't nobody had to, dig through the garbage to eat. You know what I'm saying? Like, it ain't been that bad where Jake had to, man, fuck, let me go to this dumpster, see if I can find something to snack on. But it says that.
It's gonna get bad, bro.
Yeah.
Man, people are forgetting about shrinkflation too. You know what I'm saying? You're getting less of the product for more money.
Right.
You know?
And I was even, I was watching the video about a business owner. He was speaking about how they got to push on the prices to the consumers and different things like that. But one thing was mentioned was like how a lot of people, they're thinking about, all right, the price is going up, but there's going to be a lack of resources. Not only like the prices is going up, but we can't get it to you. And they're talking about that like with the oil. The gas, it's like, all right, yeah, gas is going up, but what if it gets to the point to where there is no gas for people to get? So there's going to be certain things. It's like, bro, you're just not going to be able to get it, period, man.
Yep. No access to it. Read that again in Revelation.
God, this is Revelation 6 and verse 8. And it says, "And I looked, and behold, a pale horse, and his name that sat on him was Death, and hell followed with him. And power was given unto them over the fourth part of the earth to kill with sword, and with hunger, and with death, and with the beasts of the earth."
You see that? And that's what's coming, man. It says power was given unto them, to kill in those different ways. So it's going to be a lot of judgment being poured out here, man. The Lord said he will pour out his judgment as water. And we can't be emotionally attached to it, man. As we see it, bro. Because that human emotion, that compassion to come overboard, and we gotta, man, look, we gotta have that Eli mentality. It's not your fight.
Now my
Not your
fight.
It's not your fight.
Your fight.
It don't concern us, bro.
Not what many matter.
Because the Lord is about to pour out his wrath and his anger upon these people, man. You see? And who are we to interfere in the Lord's judgment? We got to understand, look, that's the judgment of the Lord on you, dog.
Yeah.
You're trying to appease the wrath, your favorite uncle. This nigga, oh, yeah, man, you trying to,
Trying to fucking neighborhood watch.
Yeah.
for ICE.
Yeah, bro.
What was that? That the title of that brother's video? How to move in Jacob's trouble or something?
The 4 things.
The 4 things to 4 things. What was it?
I don't remember
Well,
the title exactly.
The point I'm trying to make is we're gonna have to use these precepts, you know, now, but even much more in Jacob's trouble, like one of the scriptures. Meddle not with many matters. When all hell breaks out loose, man, someone getting judged, and I'm not meddling with that, man. That's what the scriptures say.
It says help not a sinner.
Yeah, exactly. Be
Yeah.
know who
Like
to
my-
whom thou doest good to.
Yep.
Nigga, my cousin not coming with me.
Whether it's your cousin, whether it's your favorite uncle, your auntie, man.
I don't give a fuck,
You know, these
bro.
are the things that we
No
Or
room for this, nigga.
all these women. 'Cause a lot of these dudes soft on women.
that's true. Yep.
Yeah, and we're gonna be given a higher level of access
Yeah.
when Jacob's trouble comes. Some brothers not used to.
And we need another level of discernment when we come into that time too, man.
Yeah.
You know, because there's a precept in Sirach where it talks about how a guy, he'll be all up on you, he'll favor you, he'll kiss your hand because he wants something from you.
Yeah.
And then once you give it to him, you know, you hardly get the half. I'm roughly paraphrasing, you know, going into that chapter. Well, if a man operates like that, how much more a woman,
Yeah.
right? We see it now. Where a woman, she'll flatter those eyes, talk all softly. What's that one bitch, bro? This was
soft girl era.
yeah, she was talking about the light skinned bitch, bro.
Pretty
And
ass eyes.
she was real pretty. But she was talking about I learned how to
get what you want.
I'm in my soft girl mode now. All I gotta do is talk softly and flatter my eyes, and he give me whatever I want. So basically, she was like, okay,
she's playing that role.
The meat popping off at the mouth ain't getting me that. Now I gotta switch it up. But it ain't sincere though. It's an act that this bitch is putting on in order to get what she wants. So there's gonna be a lot of whores in these last days, bro, who gonna know how to play the situation, man. You know, they gonna flatter them eyes, man. They gonna put on that soft ass voice, but really this bitch ain't worth shit, man. And she's there to suck you for whatever resources that you might have.
Yeah.
You know?
Or set your ass up.
So that spiritual discernment needs to be had, man. If brothers ain't got a control over that third leg now, like, come on, man, we got to get it together, bro. Yeah, man. You know, Jake be out. You know what I'm saying? Jake, I'm on the hunt. You know, Jake be out looking for a little. You know, and then it's like, but got something at the crib, but you out every night looking for something new, like that. And Jake gotta snap out of that, man. You know, yeah, mature, bro. You know, especially we talking about the Hunter. Well, it ain't just gonna be the Hunter. What was happening in Houston? You know, with that spring break. You know, so that's gonna be running rampant too, bro. You know, these different STDs, man, and these different, bro, that's gonna be running rampant as well. You see? See, the Lord ain't just, it ain't finna be just one specific pestilence that just, no, one area it might be the Hunter. In another area it might be goddamn or the what was that the pneumonic
Oh, yeah.
I think they call it it was basically pneumonia, you know, where your breathing all fucked up, man. Respiratory illnesses, bro. So it's gonna be all kind of pestilences that the Lord is gonna be having out here, bro.
Yeah, it's gonna be, man.
Especially with the lack of resources in a certain area and people can't eat. So now people starting to pine away because of that, and your body ain't getting the nutrients, and your immune system is already compromised.
Dead bodies.
Then it's dead bodies, and then dead bodies spread disease. It's gonna get real bad, bro.
Stink.
Disaster after disaster.
No medicine, people not being able to, so that's going, you know.
And people don't know.
Yeah, you got people on medication already. So
Yeah.
they ain't gonna be able to get that no more.
These motherfuckers looking for Neosporin and Band-Aids and shit, and don't even know, you know, like here, you know.
One of the biggest diseases be mental illness. Well, all these different comforts is taken away from these people.
People already got that.
It's going to show how bugged out because
Yep.
they lean upon these
Yep.
things to keep them sane. They
Yep.
lean upon even like the different prescription drugs that stops them from killing themselves. Killing other people.
Antidepressants.
Antidepressants to keep them from bugging out and like being suicidal or even homicidal, man.
Yeah.
All right, the fucking even when it comes down to gaming, just the internet, social media, people are addicted to this
social
shit,
media.
man. Social media, the drinking area, when all these things is taken away, from these people, we gonna see how mentally ill they are, man.
Yeah, what they call that dopamine.
Yeah.
You know, it's really that effect in the brain that these people is, you know. And once it ain't, you know, they can't get that fix.
A lot of these women that are single, they on antidepressant, man. Because because these women need a companion. No matter how much they tell you, they full of shit, man. Because remember Natsuzaki used to do the dog walking. These single women's homes, he's seen the antidepressant medication. You know.
Yeah, well the scripture said, man.
Yeah.
You know, Eve was given unto Adam for a helpmeet.
Yeah.
You know. That man should, yes, but that also coincides with her ass too.
Much more for her.
You know, it says so that man should not be alone. That means her ass ain't alone either.
Exactly.
She's solely created
You know,
for the man.
so she was created to. Her purpose was to be a help meet unto Adam. When you go into that help, you know, is a servant.
That's it, man.
And then that word meet
Yeah.
means what? Meet, meaning a fit servant, man.
So if she not doing that, she depressed.
Exactly.
That's it.
She's not fulfilling her purpose,
Yeah.
man. That's why they gotta fucking buy cats and shit, cats and dogs and
Yeah.
And on antidepressant medication.
And then you trusting in this devil, and this devil done warped your whole, you know.
Mind.
Now your ass working, you know.
Your
Well, I don't want
career.
no, you put your career first. Now you 40 years old, you ain't got no children, no husband,
Can't have more children.
and now you talking about my biological clock.
Right.
Now this bitch on. Now that's why she on antidepressants, man. You know.
damn.
That really that fucks with these women's minds, man. Just like in the ancient world.
Yeah.
You know, a woman was of a certain age and she didn't have no children by a certain age, bro. That bothered her, bro.
Yeah. And then a lot of these guys, I've been seeing the video, a lot of these guys are fed up with these bitches. So they don't even have nothing to do with them no more.
Yeah.
So now they on the internet crashing out.
Because niggas not approaching them no more.
Yeah.
Yeah, just so the nigga can approach you, for you to patch it, you know, turn up your goddamn face, you know.
It's a confidence boost for that. A lot of bitches go out just for that.
Yeah.
They'll go out with a man and they'll like be loyal to the nigga, but they go out and get dressed up for the
The
attention.
attention of other men.
Because like you said, it's that dopamine. She won't even give a nigga no place. A lot of them, you know, they won't. Not a lot of them, but some of them won't give a nigga no play. But she still needs that attention from other men.
Why you
Yeah,
think
she'll
they dress?
go.
Why you think they dress the way they dress?
Yeah, that's how she validated herself.
Yeah.
And she'll go right home to her man after she got all the got her fill, all right, of attention from all these strangers.
Yeah.
And she'll go right home to her man. He let the bitch do this shit, man.
Yep.
This society gotta fucking go, man.
Well, even the man, he allows her to do that
Yeah,
because
allow
he's looking for her approval.
Yeah.
She needs the approval
Yeah.
of everybody else, but
Yeah.
he needs her approval,
Exactly.
which that shit is all fucked up, man.
That's
Yeah,
that's super fucked
That's
up.
why in Ecclesiastes, it was talking about the nation, but I'm applied to these people. It says, how weak is thy mind as a whorish, imperious woman, man.
Yeah.
So it
Backwards.
compared Israel. Your mind is weak like a whorish woman. A whorish woman, she needs what? She needs that validation. She needs that attention from everybody else.
Gross.
You know, here it is. She got a whole man in the house, but she don't give a damn about his opinion. She don't give a damn about his validation, but she needs everybody else's.
That
You
was
know.
Steph Curry's wife, Aisha Curry. Always.
And then this nigga on there supporting her. But that goes to that weak fucking mind, man.
Will Smith,
Fuck.
Simps, and that's the thing too. Like now that vibration that's been going out, now men are really seeing the filth of these women. I'm thinking about what we was talking about with the LS, what's the bitch, the Hooper, Angel Reese. You know, whatever nigga that she was messing with, man.
Jalen Duren, but see, he just about to go to another used
slut.
bitch.
Yeah,
Right.
them niggas, all them niggas is bugged
You
out in
gonna
their
go
head.
to a bitch that got more bodies and wife her, put a baby in her. That shit don't even be. Yeah, okay, he gonna get caught up with another bitch, man. All these bitches is fucking used up, man.
Well, it says, "He that pleaseth the Lord shall escape from her," man. You know.
Yeah.
You know, the Lord gives us, through the Spirit of God, the Lord gives us wisdom to recognize certain things, escape from certain things, if we're using that wisdom, man.
Yeah, like you was talking about the opinion of these people, right?
Yeah.
Now, just to see how warped these people mentality is, and not just these people, but we was talking about these women. So I'm pretty sure y'all seeing it on the headlines or some fucking talking head was talking about it. But recently, Klay Thompson broke up with Meg Thee Stallion, right? So she came out and was like he was cheating on her or whatever. So now you had some dirty ass slut bitch put out a post and was like, well, all us women about to cheat on our men for Megan Thee Stallion. What? Bro, you don't even know, never met this, but that shows you the reason in the mentality, bro.
Yeah.
So now you got all these people with an opinion. You know, oh, why did he do that? He had him one and this, that, and the third. And it's like, what? Look at this bitch. He was the prize. He's the prize. You know, this is a four-time NBA champion, man.
Right.
You see? This bitch, who is this bitch? WAP? That's what she brings to the
she
table,
don't even
man.
cook or clean.
Like, get the fuck out of here, man. That bitch ain't no fucking prize, man. And you women gonna realize that, man.
That's it.
She been with all
Yeah,
these
you
people in
wouldn't
the
be hurt,
industry.
man, when you don't tolerate their bullshit.
Yeah, you insecure.
Yeah.
Now everybody got an opinion, man. Oh, what do you think about them, man? Fuck them and fuck your opinion, man.
Right. Who cares about that?
Look what's happening, bro. You know, gas prices constantly going up, and they talking about Meg Thee Stallion and Klay Thompson.
Right.
What the fuck they talking about, man? The price of living. You know,
Nigga, you finna starve.
your country at war, nigga,
It's
and
a-
you talking about some goddamn Meg Thee Stallion. And that shows you where the heart and mind that these fucking people is in, man.
Molly.
Yeah, man, I seen some post. I ain't clicking on 'cause I ain't give a fuck about it. About Key and Peele. Why they like, man, who gives a fuck about that shit, man?
Yeah, why they broke up and
Yeah,
why they ain't
man.
doing movies together.
Yeah.
That gossip shit, man.
Yeah,
All that gossip shit, reality TV, social media, influencer bullshit, all that shit's about to fucking be dead.
But see, that's the thing. It distracts them from their own misery
That's it.
because they life so fucked up. They gotta live through somebody else.
Yeah.
You know.
They give them that dopamine to forget about all that shit.
To talk about someone else's shit.
I got one.
But
This Ecclesiastes 9 and 12. For man also knoweth not his time, as the fishes that are taken in an evil net, and as the birds that are caught in the snare, so are the sons of men snared in an evil time when it falleth suddenly upon them. And this is what's about to happen, man. All right, these evils is just about to sweep through. You ain't finna be able to sit here and just try and, overlook the prophecies or try and, take your mind off of things and whatever you've been leaning upon and so on and so forth. Now you just gonna deal with the wrath and the judgment of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, man. You ain't gonna be able to overlook the famine. You ain't gonna be able to go into your own little world of social media.
You're not gonna
and-
be able to scroll past the
Yeah.
plagues.
yeah, nah.
Yeah, I remember Apostle Kabah said, he's like, Lord's gonna make you people deal with reality.
Yeah. That's
And,
what
and reality is what we're talking about. The reality is America doesn't have that much long. All right, and the reality is whom the worldly calls Jesus Christ, his real name is Yahweh Shai is returning. That's the reality.
yeah, this bitch terminally ill. You know, but he's trying to keep up appearances. They putting makeup on this one. You know,
Putting a
Oh,
wig,
that's horrible.
that bitch got
It's
the
a
patches
Weekend
in
at
her
Bernie's.
shit.
Yeah, we get
really, this bitch already dead.
Yeah,
Yeah, right.
You know?
People just acting like the
But they put the
motherfucker-
glasses on the nigga.
Yeah,
Yeah, prop his ass up.
Yeah,
You know?
folly, man.
That's the Weekend at America. That's what this is, man. You know,
Weekend in Babylon.
that's what this is, man. This place is already done. You know, you got it.
This is Isaiah chapter 24 and verse I'll start at verse 7. It says, the new wine mourneth.
You start at 4.
5
Start
and
at,
4.
okay, verse 4. The earth mourneth and fadeth away. The world languisheth and fadeth away. The haughty people of the earth do
And
languish.
it's a beautiful sight to see, man. You know, when brothers play those clips, man, of these people crashing out,
crying.
especially these women.
I
Yeah.
love it.
You know, it's a beautiful sight, man.
I like it a lot.
You know, that's why in Sirach it says that pride is hateful before the Most High and man. When you see just a proud motherfucker, bro, who
Yeah,
knows just
humble.
in the air, bruh, and you know that nigga, she think he shit don't stink, and he just right when that calamity hit his ass, bro, and he realized, nigga, your ass ain't shit,
Exactly.
and you look at it, and you witness, yeah, man, you know. So as the world been looking down and talking bad about the prophets, man, you know, we've been the off scoring, we've been the jokes, we've been all that, man. You know, well now it's the time where the prophets are gonna be found to be true.
Yeah.
As it is written in Sirach the 36th chapter, man. Let thy prophets be found faithful, man. Then shall you know it was a prophet among you. You see that?
Confirm the word of his messengers.
Yeah, man. In the place where the Lord, where it says we was put to shame, there will I give you fame.
Yeah.
You see that? So the prophets overnight is going to become the most famous men, bro. apostles to heart, and the apostles already is really.
Yeah.
You know
Yeah.
what it says, unknown but
Yeah,
yet well known.
Yeah.
You see?
Having nothing but yet possessing
All
everything.
things.
So we're going to witness you people mourn and languish. Your pride just ooze out of you, man, like a fucking balloon with a hole in it. You know,
Just deflating.
it just deflate, bro.
Just pop.
This is what we looking forward to, man. You know, you people pride, man, just deflating.
Yeah, all the pride, all the haughty shall be brought low.
Flat.
Yeah,
Yep.
Lord finna crush that pride, man.
Yep. Through calamities, man. Just hey, how did the Lord crush Antiochus' pride?
Yeah.
All right.
By his, according to his own words.
Through torments and plagues. The Maccabees, brother, one of the brothers prophesied through torments and plagues are you gonna confess? And then when you read about what he went through, the Lord gave him an incurable disease.
Incurable
All right.
plague.
Put that
He was
nigga through a modern day car wreck. You know what I'm saying? Nigga flipped out.
An ancient car wreck.
Yeah, I said a modern day. Yeah, like an ancient car wreck, man.
Nigga fell out of his chariot.
You know, nigga
Nigga
still
put a
talking
windshield
shit.
that wasn't there.
Yeah.
Because it said he made his driver to drive hard, man.
Yeah.
So you could just imagine it, man. You the driver, you know, he hitting the reins, you know,
100
hitting the
miles per
whip,
hour.
you know, making the horse run harder, run faster, man. And then whatever it was a ditch or a stone or whatever it was, bro.
Banana.
But the Lord calls that motherfucker a boom. It said he flipped out.
Right.
You know, that nigga rolled.
Earl Spence.
You know.
Out the Rari.
Yeah.
So the Lord had that nigga go through a ancient chariot wreck, man.
That's it. That's good.
Made
Yeah.
worms come out the nigga body, made the nigga stink. Like that nigga, and the Lord, he still wasn't humbled after the first initial judgments. It got to a point to where it got overwhelming to where I was like, all right.
Well, it said he couldn't stand his own stink.
He couldn't stand his own
That
stink.
nigga was sitting in there like, damn. You know, he's smelling himself and shit. You just, bro, once again, you picture it in your mind. Like when I'm reading, bro, like Apostle Ball say, you gotta envision it, bro. So I'm envisioning it, bro. He probably hearing the rumors and shit, man, because it's talking about how his stink was noised abroad amongst his army, man.
Yeah.
That's
They
a
talking
stinky
shit.
motherfucker.
So they was like, bro, this nigga, bro, oh, you gotta carry the king today? Don't you know they carry him in the
Right,
litters
in
and
the
shit?
litter.
Yeah.
You gotta carry. Ooh, I feel sorry for you.
Niggas trying to call off.
You know? Yeah, this nigga
Trying to call off.
playing sick.
Yeah,
You
the
know?
commander's
Send a
sick today.
bird, send a messenger bird.
So then it got to the point where this nigga couldn't stand his own smell, bro. You know? Don't you know when a motherfucker just in some stink and they in the stink, they don't really smell it.
Yeah.
You gotta go outside and come back in and realize
Right.
like,
Oh,
damn.
Yeah.
You know? Or somebody
Like
come
a
in from
smoker.
outside and they let you know like, damn, it smell bad, bro.
Heart in this
You know?
motherfucker.
And you don't smell because you was in it the whole time.
You are the smell.
Man, but this nigga got to a point where he
Smelled his own shit.
he couldn't stand his own smell, bro.
Flies couldn't even stand it.
You know? And that's likened unto what we see today, man. You know, that stink could be likened unto a reputation.
Yeah, shame.
Esau is ashamed of his own reputation, man.
Yeah.
You know, see a lot of Edomites, man. They can't stand their own stink.
Yeah. What their forefathers, what they're seeing,
Yeah, man.
even seeing America, how these politicians and Trump, and they're seeing this and they're like, bro, this shit is horrible. And this is their nature. And this is how they have been throughout the ages, man. You know, rape, robbery, murder, look at all the shit that's going on in Iran. They're seeing it. I'm like, bro, our government is fucking horrible.
Yeah, it talks about his own tongue falling upon himself, man. Elder Malcolm and the elder Jeremiah, they go into it a lot, how the so-called white woman, this devil's own woman, is condemning him and calling him a colonizer and bringing out all his dirty laundry, man. His own woman. So that show you, it says the kingdom be divided against itself, how can it stand? But hath an end. So we witnessing the end of this devil, man. All his wickedness is being brought out, says the liberal shall no more be called, or the troll shall no more be called liberal, roughly paraphrasing Isaiah.
I'm thinking that one scripture is widows should not weep.
Yep, and Job.
Yeah.
They ready to jump shit. Well, they are already.
They see the transition.
Yep.
How women are, man. They see the transition of power. They won't jump aboard.
There's white bitches talking about they don't date white boys. They don't got no salt. They ain't got no swag. They ain't got no confidence. They corny. White bitches. But go ahead.
Back in Isaiah 24 and 4, the earth mourneth and fadeth away, the world languisheth and fadeth away.
The apostles always said you can know the state of a nation through the state of their women. You see that Esau's women is not respecting him, man. All right, and going elsewhere to have babies, reproducing for the other nations. But you got it.
The haughty people of the earth do languish. The earth also is defiled under the inhabitants thereof, because they have transgressed the laws, changed the ordinance, broken the everlasting covenant.
So this is why the earth is messed up. And that's how you fix the earth, by enforcing the laws, enforcing the covenants, and reestablishing the ordinance, the proper ordinances. That's how we're gonna fix the place. All right. We're gonna renovate the world, man. All right. And it starts with the amendments that's going to the punishment, the scourges that's going to be sent for amendment.
It says, therefore hath the curse devoured the earth, and they that dwell therein are desolate. Therefore the inhabitants of the earth are burned, and few men left.
So the healing is going to start with that fire, man, with that judgment. That fire is going to cleanse this place. It says that it's clean, dissolved. I think that's in Peter. It says that it's clean. That's what's going to clean this place up, man. Let's get this fire. We got to destroy him that destroyed the earth. We want to heal. We got to first get rid of.
Well, you got the source of the problem.
Exactly.
It says, the new wine mourneth, the vine languisheth, all the merry-hearted do sigh. It says the mirth of
there's people making 100K and they're struggling. There's families, well off, Edomite families that's well off, and the man still this nigga still driving Uber. This nigga still gotta do Uber Eats and get a side hustle. And they're technically supposed to be higher upper middle class. They're technically upper middle class. But all that shit's being done away with, man. All right? It's not gonna be no fucking middle class, upper middle class. All right, you either rich or you either got it or you don't, man. It says he calls it all small and great, rich and poor. Ain't nothing in between that, man. Either you in that circle or you outside of it. All right, go ahead.
Verse 8, the mirth of tabrets ceaseth, the noise of them that rejoice endeth, the joy of the harp ceaseth. They shall not drink wine with a song, strong drink shall be bitter to them that drink it.
So there's gonna be no more joy in this place, man. Everything that you use to try to take the edge off and try to get your mind off of things, all that shit's gonna be cast out the window. There go this bird again. I think he came back to brag. Yeah, I got it. I told you I was gonna get it. Came back happy, boy. He's ready for round here. Trying to pick him up another. This is his kicking spot. He's well known around here. He for the dance moves. You got it.
It says, verse 9, they shall not drink wine with the song, strong drink shall be bitter to them that drink it. The city of confusion
So
is.
that means the drink ain't gonna be an escape. If you do have access to a drink, it's just gonna deepen your sorrow, man. You got people now that's trying to drink their sorrows away, and the Lord is having that be in the forefront of their mind. That's all they thinking about when they drunk.
That liquor might be what lead them to go do some crazy shit.
So it ain't no more happy drunk. You got that term of happy. Oh, he a happy drunk. Nah, bro.
Crash out.
Crash out off that crown. off that.
And then it's just adding up, man. Because motherfuckers just keep drinking, thinking that sorrow is going away, but really that anger, that pain is being stirred up more. And it's gonna be that one day that nigga get drunk, he just gonna fucking crash out, man. Nigga been getting drunk for 3 weeks straight, and it just became too much. He gonna go fucking crash out.
Pop up at his baby mama's crib, man. On live, like that one
Well,
nigga.
yeah, that one nigga, bro.
Yeah.
That one nigga popped up. That nigga killed his wife.
Yep.
Then he repented. Then he was like, man, she didn't deserve that. Then the nigga went to his ex-wife crib and killed her and said, well, I killed her because she deserved it. But I felt bad because my wife I'm with now, she didn't deserve it, so I went and killed this bitch because she deserved it.
Nigga completely lost it.
So that nigga went and murdered 2 women in his life, man.
They both probably deserved it.
Yeah.
He was really mad at the first one.
It was the first one. Yeah. I mean, the Lord's judgment is perfect.
Yeah.
No, yeah, it's really the Lord.
So they both deserve
Both
it.
is not finna say that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you got all these bitches celebrating fucking Mother's Day. Terrible ass mothers.
Yeah, this bitch, where my Mother's Day text? You ain't get me you ain't get me nothing, and your mama is the one that's raising this baby.
I'll give
You know
you
what
one.
I'm
I'll
saying?
give your mama one.
Yeah. You know, this
Well,
bitch want to be acknowledged for Mother's Day, and you a horrible fucking mother, man.
She wants to be acknowledged on social media. She's a mom for social media, but in real life, she constantly dropped. You broke up your family. That's the worst thing you could do to a child, is separate them from their father and not give them but you expect some type of fucking reward. Don't even pray. Don't even go ahead, Salaki.
I was gonna say it's Mother's Day, but they'll go drop the baby off for somebody else to go drink and bullshit
On Mother's Day.
on Mother's Day.
I had somebody last night, this chick was talking about Mother's Day tomorrow and everything like that. Her ass gonna say she was like, yeah, I just told my children to leave me alone. All right. You know, it's just like, I don't want nothing to do with my children. It's like, that's what you want. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, she trying to make it seem like, yeah, I do so much and I want them to leave me alone. It's like, nah, bitch, you just don't want to take care of your children. You know what I'm saying? And that's the sentiment. Most of these women, they don't give a damn about their children.
Yeah.
And it's going to show in these times, man.
They showed you that in 2020.
Yeah.
You know,
I got to raise my child.
All them women that was crashing out, talking about,
Come get
the
this
schools,
monster.
yeah, the schools need to open back up. Come get these kids. How the fuck, bitch, this your kids?
All right.
Talking about, come get these kids.
Women
Bitch,
don't
they
want to
yours.
raise. They don't want to raise their own children. They don't want to raise their children.
Those the fucking Frankensteins you created.
Right.
They act like you.
Yeah. It says, verse 10, the city of confusion is broken down. Every house is shut up that no man may come in. I'm gonna read this in the NLT, verse 10.
And that's coming, man. You know, martial law, quarantines, people houses being shut up. You can't leave your house. You're gonna desire to go to this one city and not be able. This old cat started working at my gig, and he had moved. He was born and raised in California, and then he had moved to Vegas, and he was in Vegas for years before he moved to Iowa, right? So he was telling me during 2020, when you know, the pandemic was going on, he was talking about how him and a lot of people they didn't have access to shit in Vegas, you know, because Vegas imports a lot of shit. You know, there's all desert around it, so they import a lot of shit, man. So he was like, they wasn't having, you know, things imported on the ready. So he was like how he had to travel to California to stack up and get everything that they need and go back to Vegas, man. You know? So just using that to apply to the latter times, man, these last days that we in, and it's going to be certain areas that they're going to be low on resources or they're not going to have nothing there, man.
Right.
So people think, well, okay, I got to travel over here to go get it, and you won't be fucking able to, man.
Yeah.
That's written in the book of Second Esdras.
Yeah.
You know, an army, a soldier gonna turn your ass around, man.
That's it.
You know, and then what you gonna do?
Yeah.
You know?
It's already happening over in Europe. I forget exactly where, but as the prices were going up in the gas, they were having certain areas where people were going to a whole another city or a whole another area to get gas.
That's written in Amos, man.
Yep.
The Lord said he caused it to rain on one part and not to rain on another part, man. So that those that was of that city had to travel to the other city,
Right.
you know, to get water, man, and yet they still wasn't satisfied.
Yep.
You know, that I was talking about the judgment back then that was upon our people. But once again, the thing that have been is that which shall be. So these things is about to reoccur all over again, man.
Yeah. Imagine that, because they got just in certain areas where a gas station now is becoming more common. Oh, this gas station, they're actually out of gas. But then it'll be fine because it's like, well, nigga, it's like 80 gas stations, so nigga, you just go to the next one. Imagine the whole city. No gas is being brought to the entire city, you know? So then what? It's like niggas got to travel, or they got to, you know, your whole way of living and move is shit is shut down. You know, so you're going to have those different areas. You can have a whole city, ain't no gas coming in here. Well, there's gas in that city, but nigga, they ain't got no food over here. All right? Well, shit, they ain't got no gas. They got gas and food over in this city, but they lacking another resource, man. But then the military is coming in, and that's what I meant to mention in over in Europe, where you had the military. They were stopping certain people in certain areas from even getting gas from those other cities. Like, nah, you can't travel over here to get our gas. Turning motherfuckers around on the highway. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is already happening in certain areas in Europe, man. But when the shit come here, oh yeah, it's gonna be crazy, man. So it says Isaiah 24:10 in the NLT, the city writhes in chaos. Every home is locked to keep out intruders, man. You know, so the way of living of this security is about to be stripped away. You know, to where people are going to be on the lookout, like, damn, man, you know, people is kicking in doors. you know, looking for resources and so on and so forth. This is going to be the life of the average American citizen, man.
I got one.
Boy, speak up.
This is Luke 21 and 25. And there shall be signs in the sun, and in the moon, and in the stars, and upon the earth distress of nations, with perplexity, the sea and the waves roaring. And I just wanted to go into that perplexity, right? These people is gonna be without resources, and they're gonna be confused. They not gonna know what to do. Just highlight the times that we're coming into. It says, men's hearts failing them for fear, and looking after those things which are coming on the earth, the powers of heaven shall be shaken.
Yeah, you got to speak up, bro. I can't hear you.
It says, men's hearts failing them for fear, and looking after those things which are coming on the earth, for the powers of heaven shall be shaken. Just going into the turmoil that we're about to see, right? And the lack of resources. And we see people tripping out about not having certain things now. Imagine when, like the brothers going into, imagine when these things are really not available. Right? It reminds me of those scenes in Leave the World Behind. Right? It showed the atmosphere and how people that was cool with each other before, their relationship went away, right? Because of the resources and the lack thereof in them times that they was in. And just applying it to the times that we in today.
Yeah, I ain't, like the brother said earlier, man, I ain't trying to be around my fucking cousin in them days. That I don't want to be around nobody that don't fear the Lord in them days, where shit get tight, where shit gets, you know.
Yeah, a bitch too.
Yeah.
Like that's the thing too. Like, you know, going back, you know, to that aspect, it's like, bro, you don't want to be around no damn woman you worried about. Like, nah, this bitch ain't right. Like, nah, bro, fuck all that.
Someone you can't trust.
Yeah, you can't trust nobody, man. You know, if they don't have the fear of the Lord, you don't know what a motherfucker will do, man.
Go there, do anything.
Yep.
Because they ain't got the fear of the Lord.
Exactly.
There's no restraint.
Exactly.
No restrictions, man. You know, there's no standard with a person that don't fear the Lord.
Yeah, that's all I had in that Luke.
Yeah, you
Back-
can read down. We can end it on this.
Back in Isaiah 24 and 11 now, there is a crying for wine in the streets.
And we saw that in 2020. You know, people wanted things to just go back to normal, man. They was looking to, you know, for the clubs and for the night bars to open back up, man. You know,
Man, can't wait till they shut this shit down again. Lord's will.
you could even apply that to the, you know, that wine could be, you know, spiritual for this truth. So when all hell starts to break loose, there's gonna be a lot of people, bro, looking for answers, man. You know, then you got the flip side of that, like I had mentioned earlier. Wine is also for merriment. So you're gonna have people looking for normality.
Yeah.
You know, man, I hope things go back to normal. You know, and that's why a lot of these people they gonna fall in line and take that C-hip, man. Because they gonna look at that C-hip as a form of you know, coming back to being, you know, somewhat normal. You know, being able to go to the store, being able to,
Basketball
you know,
games,
yeah,
baseball.
Yep.
There's a crying for wine in the streets. All joy is darkened. The mirth of the land is gone. And the city is left desolation, and the gate is smitten with destruction. It says,
and a lot of these cities, man, gonna be bad. You know, it's gonna be real bad in you know, in a lot of these inner cities, man. You know, pestilence gonna be running rampant, man. All type of bugged out individuals, man. Sick weirdos. You know, you got it.
verse 13, when thus it shall be in the midst of the land among the people, there shall be as the shaking of an olive tree, and as the gleaning grapes when the vintage is done.
Meaning a few.
Yep. It says, they shall lift up their voice, they shall sing for the majesty of the Lord, they shall cry aloud from the sea.
Yep, and that's going into those that are delivered. That's going into the elect. You know, rejoicing, you know, for the deliverance that the Heavenly Father through our Lord Yahweh Shah is going to bring. You know,
It says,
I mean, you didn't have to read it to the end. You could have just read it to your point, or
Oh no, I ain't nowhere. But I'll read this verse 15. Wherefore glorify ye the Lord in the fires, even the name of the Lord Yahweh power of Israel in the isles of the sea. You know, so it says what? Glorify the Lord in the fires, man. All right, and even just applying that into us now, man, look, we glorifying the Lord in the trials and the tribulations that we go through, and even with what's to come, man. There's gonna be all out, hell out, breaking out loose in the midst of this, man. And we're gonna still be giving praises and glory to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai until our deliverance, man, Lord's will.
And close it out.
Hey, so having that being said, Lord's will, that was edifying. We're gonna give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai Ba'ashem HaKakodash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who rule well. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect, pushing out this word in all sincerity and in truth. With that, we're going to say shalom. Shalom.